Hey guys, this is Rox, and welcome back to the film scene. Today's guest is Sarah. So, Sarah, over to you. Could you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. My name is Sarah Hewick. I am a actress in Brisbane, and I've been acting, in the acting scene for about 11 years now.
That is amazing. So yeah, one of the questions that comes to my mind is like, do you come from a very creative family, or is it like you're the first one to choose like something completely different?
I think I am the first one. My dad
Yeah.
was very much into music growing up.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, none of my parents really did anything creative. There was no actor, there was no artist, any sorts growing up. So yeah, I think I'm the first one to really pursue that
Oh,
avenue.
that's
Hmm.
great. That's amazing. So, what was it that like actually made you take this decision? Like, what was it that like just struck a chord in you and you're like, oh, no, I have to be an actor.
I wish I knew. It's just always, it's crazy like saying it to people, but I'm like, it's just something I've always wanted to do since I was like five.
Get that? Yeah, no, sometimes it's just like you don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, oh, acting is something that makes me happy. So
Mm.
yeah, I think like yeah, it's just something I want to do. Yeah, so I completely get it. So yeah, so what was your first role? Like any sort of a role, like the first role where you were like actually on the set or on the stage?
Besides school, I think my first one outside of school was for a project in 2014. Yeah. I was a background extra for the TV show Hoax, which was basically a series about the crocodile hunter. Oh, not
Oh,
crocodile hunter. Oh,
oh,
crocodile Dundee. Oh,
yeah, I was like, maybe no, that's fine. I get it. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. That's actually amazing. So yeah, I do have like a lot of people who have like started as background extras and yeah, this is like my favorite question. Like tell me more about your personal experience.
yeah. It was definitely a learning curve, just
Mhm.
because it was my first time on a professional set. Um, so it's just making sure you arrive on time. Um, you which I didn't understand was it was a funny story when we were on set during the scenes. They were just like, okay, mingle with each other. You're at an office party, and some of the supporting characters came around and was talking to us,
Oh.
and I didn't realize that like they stayed in character. So I was like, they came up to me, and I was about to be like, oh my goodness, like I love your work, because
Oh.
one of the yeah one of the characters the actress, I forget her last name, but it's Justine. She was from Play School, so I grew up with her. And I was about to be like, "Oh my
Oh.
goodness, I love you!" And she started talking to me in character, and I just froze, and I was
Oh.
like, "What?"
That must have been really weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and, and it was just like it just threw me off. I was like, "Oh, you guys don't break character, even if you're not like delivering a line. Like you're so just yeah, any scene they're in character." And it was yeah, it was a really good learning curve to be like, okay, so this is what you're meant to do. So when if I got bigger roles, I knew like, okay, you don't kind of break character until they
Mhm.
say cut.
Yeah, that's an interesting approach. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I think until you heard the words cut, you do like just what you're doing and stuff like that. Sometimes I think when I was doing it first, I thought like when I'm done with my line, I think if it's the last line, it's just fine. But you have to like hold because it makes the editor's life easy. I think that's the purpose they hold it longer. But yeah, no, that's actually a brilliant learning curve, isn't it? Like always being an extra on the set when you're new to the field is very, very important, I think. And I know a lot of
100%.
actors. Yeah, I know a lot of big actors who actually did some extra gigs, and now I'm like, looking at the old films they did, I'm like, oh, there they are, and like, yeah, it's
Oh,
fun.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, no, I think like it's good. So what was like your first major acting role, like proper like speaking role, let's say?
Um, that's a good one. I was trying to think. I it's hard to categorize. I guess it was for a uni film, a short film, that they were just doing, but because with it was with Griffith University, I've worked with them for many years. But when they do their third year or graduation films, as they call it,
Yeah.
some of them will go into film festivals. So that's what I would probably consider the first one, because it was more than just, tutors or lecturers seeing it.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it was for one of them. It was called A Heart of Vendetta,
Oh,
and
that's interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, it was basically like an action thriller movie. It was actually really good. I think you can still see it online. I don't know if they've taken it down from YouTube, but yeah, it was just a supporting character. My character died, but it was just like a one liner, and I was like, woohoo!
Yeah, I know it's exciting. And I think like sometimes like even if a character dies, it can be very impactful to the story. So
Mm.
depending on the story, like sometimes like, oh yeah, I'd like for my character to die because it makes a big impact and people are like, oh, you're that person who died in the film and it was so sad. And it's like, oh yeah, thank you. So
I
no, I
like
think
that. Yeah.
yeah, I think sometimes it's actually good. But yeah, so how was that experience like compared to your like extra experience on like a proper set versus like on a versus like a more supporting sort of a role on a student set?
Definitely more relaxed because I guess everyone's still learning. But the stakes were still there. Like either way, you still got to make sure you do your best.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I think it was a good avenue to start in because, like I said, everyone's still learning. So I felt more relaxed. I was like, okay, I can take more chances. No one's gonna. I don't even know. I was just thinking negative things, but yeah, it was definitely more relaxed, and I could have more
Oh,
ease with it. Yeah, it was less pressure.
yeah, definitely. Because I think like student sets are more like where people are learning. It's like their assignment. So there is like some room for relaxation. I think when you go on professional set, there's like a lot of money involved and like every second is money and stuff like that. So yeah, I think they're like more stricter. But yeah, it's
Mm.
like different experiences, isn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like you said with the money, like when you're on a real set, you don't have time to muck up because yeah, every second costs money.
Yeah.
So there's that pressure of being like, oh, I don't want to take up time because like, this big company could get angry at me.
Yeah, exactly. And especially if you're like extra, you're like, I really don't want them to like focusing too much on us because we are meant to like be background fillers and we should be doing our jobs well, you know?
Mm,
And
yeah,
especially,
exactly.
I think like the only probable mess up on the sets that might be most acceptable is if an actor fumbles their line. I mean, some directors do get mad, but yeah, I think there's a little bit of pressure up there, but it's still fine, I guess. Like, do you get like used to it after a while, or are you like still nervous before like every scene or every shoot?
Yeah, still nervous for sure, but it's like once as soon as that first second goes, you're like it's just an automatic switch on and you're into it. So it's just the build up of nerves. And then as soon as they say action, you're like, oh, I've got it.
Yeah, you're in there. Like once you're in the moment, like I think once you're in the zone, you're just like fine. It's like, yeah, I'm
Mm.
used to it. But yeah, I think yeah, I get nervous memorizing lines as well. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely sure I'm gonna forget this line. And then I don't
Yeah.
end up forgetting it. But then there's another line I'm confident about where I fumble. I'm like, what's happening to me? But
Yeah.
not all the time, not all the time, but yeah. But sometimes like I know like I've heard some actors did forget their lines, but they improvise on the spot, and those lines turn out to be like legendary and stuff. I've heard like a lot of stories from people. So yeah, sometimes
Wow.
it works in a different way, but it just like probably depends on the director, I think, trusting the
Mm.
actor, like if they see something different is happening, it's like their call not to yell cut and keep going with the flow. Sometimes those scenes like end up being really brilliant, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, so when you talk about acting, is there like any ritual or any like exercise you do before performing?
I never used to have one, but the past year was I joined a new acting group. Um, and I've loved them very much. Like their process is very psychological based, which I adapt to very quickly. Um, and yeah, every at the beginning of every lesson, we do like a meditation,
Hmm.
just to kind of center us and make sure all those nerves go away. So that's been really useful as well. Just meditating, as easy as it sounds, it's just like until you do it, yeah, it really centers me a lot more.
So does it like help you focus more, like be in the moment, like grounded in the moment, I think?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I think it's good because for me as well, like sometimes when I'm doing some performance, especially theater, because theater you can't just disconnect during the performance. So I think
Oh,
I do a lot of like focus exercises and stuff like that. That helps me like be in the moment because otherwise my mind tends to wander off a lot. So yeah.
oh, what kind of exercises do you do?
So one thing is like I just breathe and like I just walk and just concentrate on my footsteps, like count them and like
Oh,
every single sound or something. And then there's like one team exercise we do sometimes is like 21. So everyone's in a group and basically you close your eyes and you're just counting till 21 based on your teammates like instincts and stuff. So if we are just in a circle, so it's hard to explain, but I'll try my best. But if you're in a circle, I'm closing my eyes and I'm saying one, and if someone else says one with me, then we start again.
oh
But
yes.
if I'm like one and then someone else goes two, so it's just basically listening to them, like, like those minute things, like whenever someone's about to say something, they take a breath in and listening to those sounds. So it just like builds like a team focus sort of a stuff, which is pretty good, I think.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, otherwise I tend to like listen to some music as well. I've always found it
Yes.
helpful. It
Mhm.
depends on what sort of character I'm doing. Like there's always different sorts of music, so I listen to that. That just gets me into the vibe. It's like
Mm,
something personal. I do like listen to a couple of minutes of that music and just like yeah, it helps me. Is
yeah,
there?
I would love to try that. I heard that
Sure.
um recently. I think it was from The Wicked said how they were all listening to certain time of music to kind of help them with the scene, and I was like, oh, that actually would work really well.
Yeah, it just like sets the vibe, in your head. So
Mm,
yeah. Do you do like any other sort of like exercises or rituals?
not really. I think it's just more so happens when I'm learning the script. It's just yeah, taking deep breaths, really centering myself, and then reading through it. This is what I've at least recently um, reading through it and just listening to what your instincts are telling you to feel.
Yeah.
And then I kind of write that down, and then I'll keep doing it a couple more times, and just to see if anything changes or if I'm still feeling the same. And then linking that to like the moments before. So I'd be like, okay, well, if the first thing I'm feeling is happiness, what am I feeling before that moment? Like just to kind of get an idea of the world and the situation, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Um,
I
and
think
just doing that over and
things
over
are very
again.
important. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, you're
yeah,
saying something.
oh, sorry. Yeah. but yeah, but pretty much that's it. Or just like writing little notes as well. Because sometimes I struggle to find a word that attaches to a feeling. So sometimes I'll write down like a color or
Oh,
like an item, something that I'm like, oh, like I'm saying with happiness, oh, maybe a daisy. Like I look at that and I'm like, oh, that gives me that kind of happiness. So
yeah.
I'll write down Daisy, and it doesn't make sense to most people, but it does for me.
Fair enough, like whatever works for you. And sometimes, like, I know, like, some sort of images or colors, like, some associations with that do tend to evoke certain emotions. And if that's like,
Mm,
yeah, when you say Daisy, it's just like, yeah, fresh, nice, like, more like a jolly vibe. So, yeah, I think it works for some people. It's good. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, while on set, I just kind of try to stay calm because I'm like,
Definitely.
yeah, I'm like, I know I could do it, and I just don't want to get those negative emotions in there. So that's what I try to focus on more when I'm on set. So I'm like, do my homework, prepare as much as I can, and then just be
Yeah,
calm.
definitely. So, how do you deal with like scenes that actually demand you to be like anxious? Like as an actor, there's like
Oh,
a horror scene and you're like just going through a tunnel and you're like very anxious. How do you like maintain that balance of like the inner calm and the outer anxiety, I guess?
yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I haven't really thought of that. I kind of just, I guess, let the anxiety take over.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like even in class recently, we were playing with what we call spices, and so that I picked one of like, yeah, being a bit more anxious that the outcome of that story is not going to happen, and I just kind of, yeah, just let it come out. I don't know.
I get it. No, I get it. So
Yeah.
does like the environment help? Like, for example, if I'm rehearsing in my room is like bright and sunny, and I'm trying to be anxious, it comes out slightly different. But when I'm actually on the set where the vibe is set, like there's actually darkened areas and then there's, I don't know, like weapons around or stuff like that, that
Mm.
actually helps bring out those emotions. Is that something you have felt as well?
Yeah, actually, as soon as you brought that up, yeah, the
Hmm.
environment on set as well, definitely, yeah, it helps.
Yeah, especially
Like
the
having
lights, I
physical
think.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Like red lights make you really anxious, I think.
Yeah. Oh, like even when I see movies like behind the scenes and it's all green screen, I'm like, props to those actors. I don't know how you could summon all those like emotions when you have
Yeah.
nothing around you.
Yeah, yeah. I think like I saw some behind the scenes for the show House of the Dragon, and like when they're riding dragons, I think they had mechanical bugs,
Oh,
which was like still creating the effect. But I'm like, how does it feel to like actually sit on something mechanical and just move around a bit, like probably like the bull, and then
yeah.
actually see yourself riding a dragon in pose. So I'm like, that must be an exciting feeling, and like, yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. Just I guess you just got to like maybe tap into your costume or something. Be like, I feel
yeah.
in
Yeah.
the fantasy world.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting actually. But yeah, is fantasy your favorite genre? Just a long shot.
Oh no, I'm like I do appreciate it for sure, but yeah, definitely maybe like number three on the list.
Really, what's number one then?
I just love rom-coms, like that romantic fantasy. Yeah.
Like romantasy? I think like that's or it's just like I think romantasy is like a very popular genre. This is like it's like fantasy but romance in the fantasy world, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't. I can't, no. I was trying to go like, oh,
So
what
like
would that be
popular.
like Enchanted?
Yeah, like I know there's like a lot of books, especially like the popular Fourth Wing series. I haven't read it, but it's like romance.
Oh,
I think like that's how they advertise it. So it's like romance, but fantasy, like there's dragons. So yeah, interesting.
yeah.
Or more like modern day rom-coms.
Yeah, modern day for sure. I think just because like that's what I grew up with,
Fair
like,
enough.
the suddenly 30s, the How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like that kind of early 2000s rom-coms were definitely,
Which
yeah,
one's your
something I'd love to
favorite?
do. Sorry?
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, so hard to
Tough
choose.
question. I know.
I'll have to say suddenly 30 just because
Hmm.
the movie, I was like, oh, I just want that's what I want to do when I'm older. Um, but obviously like the magazine world doesn't really exist anymore. But yeah, she just had like a really nice life, I think.
Yeah. No, I think I haven't seen it, but yeah, definitely sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, amazing. So no, that's amazing. So one last question for you is because you've been working in the industry for 11 years, do you have like any advice for young aspiring actors or ones who are new to the industry?
Yeah, definitely start in acting classes. I know it's very redundant, everyone says that, but
Hmm.
I wish that I did that more when I
Mm.
was 18 because like I was getting the auditions, but I wasn't booking anything. And looking back, I feel like I had some skills, but not enough. Some people have natural talent and that's awesome. But yeah, definitely get into acting classes, get an agent, and just start doing background work so at least you
Yeah.
can understand what the on-set environment is like.
Mm,
Um, and
definitely.
yeah, just advocate for yourself. Like, normally with auditions, they might get you to do like a slate at the end. Just be yourself. If not, just yeah, just have fun with it and
I get,
just
yeah.
really get as much advice and experience as you can because you're so young. Like,
I get it. No, I think
yeah.
that's very, very valuable advice, and thank you so much for that. Like, I think that's the biggest thing to do. Like, it just like get yourself out there and practice. I guess practice
Mm,
skills. Yeah. So that was amazing. And before I let you go, like I do all the time, I have a game for you.
yeah.
So this one is like I don't have a title for this, but basically the rules are you enact a film scene or describe, sorry, you describe a film, a scene, a song, or anything related to the creative industry, and
Mhm.
you just give me description and I just try to guess. I guess I'll do my best and we'll do it around like I'll have around 30 seconds to guess. So I've failed so
Okay.
far, so let's see how I do. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. Can I tell you what category it's in?
Sure, anything that
Yeah.
helps.
Okay. I'm thinking of a film. Okay. Uh, it's kind of like a love story. There's two people they meet on an adventure,
Mm,
um, but they come from different classes. Like one's more higher class, one is considered like poor, I guess, and they
mhm.
fall in love. But the person from the higher class is already semi-engaged to someone, but they sneak around this place that they're on.
I think, is it Titanic?
Yeah,
Oh my God, yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. I love it. I was like,
perfect.
oh, I got something.
Yeah, I was like, how do I describe it without being like, and the ship goes down?
No, it was like very good. You're like, there's something there on, and like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. But
Yeah.
oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so much for your time. It was so lovely talking to you, and thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, ta-da!